Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to the alpha for Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, where I was trying to set up our hyperspace bypasses, but then this happened, so I guess we're doing this instead. Lord Captain, we have received an astropathic message from Dargonis. Achilles Scalander reports a Xenos raid against a merchant ship in the silence of Mer Segret. The coordinates of a hypothetical contact have been forwarded to the crew. If you wish to support your subjects and fight back against the Xenos personally, we must hurry. It is unlikely that a merchant ship will be able to resist the enemies of humanity for long. Right. So, silence of Mer Segret, right? Yes. Oh, which is literally right in front of us. Fantastic. Okay, we don't have a direct route there. What we're seeing is the super long path I forged between Dargonis and Footfall. Reversed gravity. And Unseen Orchestra. Dark Eldar ships. I'm not seeing any merchants, but I assume we got here on time? We didn't get hit with a fail state. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, sure. I see 3 smaller Dark Eldar ships with shadow fields and some sort of cube. Not really sure what to make of that, but the shadow field's annoying. And 2 full-sized Dark Eldar ships. A bit of a ways out, but they're actually pointed away from us. So in theory, that gives us 3 rounds to take care of these guys. But we can't target them because they've got shadow fields active. And they are also pointed directly away from us. Hard to tell through the shadow field, but you can see the engines. Okay, so it's actually in our best interest to stay right where we are. Yeah. They'll have to spend their whole turn wheeling around, and hopefully the shadow fields will drop. The downside being, of course, that this will bring the big guys 1 turn closer. Oh yeah, those guys are going to be on us quick. And torpedoes out. Huh. Well, it says we did damage, but I'm not seeing damage on its health bar. I'm not sure that actually took. Oh, shoot. And we are going to draw so much fire here, too. I forgot resetting shields reduces your movement speed on the next round. My intention was to zip right past them, back out of their firing arc, but that is not an option. Alright, well, if we explode, we explode.
The time has come.
Coming in on right. There we go. There we go. Okay, so no damage from the torpedo. Annoying, but good to know. We also didn't take that much damage, so that's good too. But we also have the big guys one turn out, so that is unfortunate. I am not sure how we're going to do this, but I will give it my best shot. First things first, bootleg reverse, get them in our arc. We've also got another salvo on tap, so we'll plan around that as well. Oh, yeah, we can work with that.
Lead them. Lay in the course. Annihilate them.
Oh, shoot, I forgot to put up shields. We're gonna get hammered on the right. Oh yeah, they're definitely close enough. Right shield's out. I'll let, I don't know, 70? Oh, what are we gonna do here? Close, not quite. Now he's got that darn shadow field up. There we go.
Another salvo.
Let's make sure we can finish the one in the back. We're gonna have to get weird with this. One AP left. One AP left. Okay, here.
Set the course. Macro cannons, volley!
Boop, 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 boop.
Fire the lance batteries.
And kablamo! Yes, thank you.
Lay in the course.
Which puts us behind these two, so they cannot hit us this round. But the big guys will.
We've lost the shield. Let us not lose our seal.
Apparently I was mistaken. Wow, both of you. Okay. Noted. And now we explode. Or maybe not. Well, I'm not just rolling over and making this easy for them. They'll have to work for their meal.
Leave their hulls through across the stars. Fire right now.
Immortality denied. Wiggles on cooldown.
Torpedoes locked.
We could bootleg reverse. We could reset shields.
Macro cannons, volley.
Not great, but it's not really going to make a difference at this point. We'll just hope they go for the torpedoes. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, okay. Bye. Huh, I guess they can only fire after they move. You know what? I'm not going to question it. I will take it. I will take it all day. Inappropriate. I am going to ram these up this guy's tailpipe, though. Torpedoes. Explode, please. Fine. I mean, still a fair amount of damage, so not awful. Okay, this guy behind us is going to curve all the way around and hit us on left. No, if we angle right, he has to hit us on rear.
The course.
Okay, well.
Don't let the void take us all.
That's unfortunate. Huh. Man, I just cannot get a handle on these guys' turn arcs. Pew pew pew.
Fire right now.
You're coming at us no matter where we go, so... Distraction salvo, hard left. Shields left. Is this the end of RetconRaider? Probably. And here it comes. Okay. We are still in it. And you, my friend, are out. Goodbye.
Proceed accordingly.
And you. You. What are we doing with you? We are doing this. We want him facing directly away from us. Just like that.
Leave their hull strewn across the stars!
And book it. Opposite direction. We need some space. Reinforce rear. Nice, nice. If we can kite him into torpedoes,
Torpedoes locked.
we might actually win this.
Onward!
Okay, we just need to keep booking it. We have to stay out of their arc. Let's get a warp wiggle in there too. Might as well keep slowing them down. Oh, and that will absolutely do. We should not have won this, but I will 1,000,000% take it.
Another knock on the macro cannon.
That was... We had no business winning that. A new message from Master Scalander, Lord Captain. This time he is not reporting yet another attack, but the alleged location of one of the Xenos leaders. Achilles' aides have reported that said leader will be heading an attack on the pleasure world Grantis. There is one catch. The planet belongs to Caligos Winterscale, another rogue trader. Master Scalander noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an incursion in somebody else's territory. The governor of Grantis will most likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins. And if your void ship happens to be nearby, no one will question your reasons for landing. Grantis, that's another planet we encountered but couldn't interact with. And apparently it's in Palatium Stellos? I think that's the sector we literally just passed through. Also, what happened to the merchant ship we came here to rescue? I mean, it doesn't say we failed, so I assume we succeeded. I guess that's something they just haven't fully implemented yet. I have noticed there's no merchants outside of Footfall. I have to imagine that's something that'll change once we hit beta or full launch. Oh, this is Pulvos Platinum. There it is. Palatium Stellos. That's also not, well, It's not super far, but it's definitely not close either. That's minimum 4 jumps if we hook to the right and take a dangerous path. Vat full of blood, relatively harmless. We had, which sector had that colony in it? Forgotten Twins. Hey, look at that. Next stop. We'll see if we can pass off supplies. You know what? Let's risk it. See if we get a new event. Since the very start of the warp jump, rumors of ill omens have been widespread among the Voidsmen. Sudden deaths among the crew, ravaged corpses, jagged shadows lurking behind the bulkheads. A day later, the mystery unraveled itself in a most heinous manner. An attempt on the rogue trader's life. The question of how the Drukhari Xenos came to be aboard the ship will have to be pondered some other time. Right now, the Lord Captain has to fight for his life. Well, this is the space station map. The hotbed of Xenos activity. Though obviously now repurposed as one of our lower decks. Also, we still have these level ups to take care of. I completely forgot about those. Yeah, let's run through those real quick. First up, we've got a skill for Ret. We have 2 whole options, so obviously we'll go with awareness. Next up, we've got Heinrichs with a talent. And you know what? My immediate instinct is to go with first into battle, which I think I've commented on before. Swift movement would be nice. Nimble too, but we charge all the time. Yeah, let's go with my first instinct. We'll grab first into battle. Next we have Pascal, who also gains a talent. And honestly, I'm not sure any of these really apply to us. We mainly use Kill Zone, which wouldn't... I don't think that would be compatible with most of these. You know what? We'll just keep this simple. We'll grab It Will Not Die. In fact, we'll grab it on everyone who doesn't have it yet. Which I believe does include Cassia. It does. Okay, we'll take it. Oh yeah, that's a huge bump. Proportionately, it's like a 25% bonus. We get a skill for Adira, and she is our warp specialist, so we'll go with that. I guess we could go Imperium. No, we've already got that on Cassia. Alright, we'll just go Awareness. Pretty pointless, but we might as well. I guess you must only be able to increase each skill once per career tier. Same with attributes, characteristics. And that is it. We are now level 25. Let's give this place a gander. Drukhari on, my wayward son. Yeah, that one wasn't great, but it was rattling around my skull. Had to let it out.
It didn't go as I'd hoped. None shall stand in my way.
Conventional explosives. Crushed ones. Given context, I'm assuming human operatives conditioned to work for their Xenos masters. Well, they're marked as hostile, so...
Die, inhuman scum!
Are they inhuman? Wow, there's a fair number of them. Let's thin them out. Ah, they explode. Duly noted.
All too easy.
This fight brought to you by Michael Bay. I mean, I would have gone with John Woo, but he hasn't really done much lately, has he? He used to be everywhere for a hot minute. Broken Arrow, Mission Impossible 2, Face Off. Not that Mission Impossible 2 was a particularly good movie. Memorable, perhaps, but I think there are several folks who might say that that was the worst of a pretty rough franchise. Made markedly better once they added Simon Pegg to the mix.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Right, so we've got one actual Dark Eldar tucked all the way in back, herding a swarm of literal suicide units at us. Yeah, I guess that tracks.
Let's see to it.
Doesn't really make for much of a fight, but it does discourage me from rushing headlong into the crowd. I mean, most of these guys don't really seem like they're particularly well armed. I'm seeing knives, I'm seeing maybe a pistol or two. So really, the main thing we have to watch out for here is just where we drop them.
But of course.
They don't really cover much ground either, so they're not very effective swarm units. If they moved farther, we would have to worry about being overwhelmed and then blown up.
Swift.
But as it stands, we have ample time to pick them off on approach. I suppose part of it is also that they let us kind of control the engagement. If these guys had attacked us immediately from closer quarters, we'd be having a much harder time right now. So it is a little weird. They let us kind of approach, spot them, and then engage from a safe distance. Oh wow, all these guys have knives. I thought some of them had pistols, but that's just because they double grip the knife when they're crouching. Yeah, these guys never stood a chance.
Already done.
Alright, well, momentum just popped, so we'll just clear this up real quick, move on. We should have time for one more encounter.
Nothing I can't do. Not a problem for me. Another clean strike. All too easy.
At least I
Nothing I
tried.
can't do.
Bastards.
Suits my purposes. for me.
Tough break!
Not my specialty.
Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna guess that's not supposed to be like that.
Nothing I can't do.
Not actually traversable.
Suits my purposes. Nowhere to hide.
Okay, almost done.
If I may.
Long splinter rifle. I really should start investing in that extra movement talent.
Momentum.
Anything else?
Forge ahead. Something of interest.
Nice. It's about time we barreled one of these guys over. Yeah, I've had a few folks ask me why I don't take more advantage of that exploding terrain, and honestly, I know it's there, I just kind of hope we'll tag it with stray bullets. I burst near it. I don't use an action to explicitly target it. That is not at all where I wanted you. Thankfully, they do seem to have loaded those landmines with confetti.
Everyone, step aside.
Okay, so I think it's pretty clear this encounter was not fully implemented the way it was supposed to be. The landmines, the personal explosions, neither did any significant damage. That said, even if the numbers on those had been correct, these guys were just too slow and too fragile to really do much in the way of damage to us. I mean, we got hit a total of 3 times throughout that entire fight. And once was a misclick, and once was me just deliberately triggering it with a charge. So even if they had been doing real damage, that would not have been enough to slow us down. Side note, I just realized they marked all those knives as melee, quote unquote. So yes, very much a work in progress. Meh, doesn't really seem all that good. Alright, so we were headed to Palatium Stellos. We've still got about 10 minutes on the clock. That should hopefully be enough time. Ship's wardens notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later when one of the astropaths lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psyker perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming his brain. The corpse and the insects were safely disposed of. Lovely. No ships, no distress call on arrival. But we do have a point of interest. Ooh, landing animation. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Okay, so what have we got? We've got tents up top.
A new challenge for me?
Not much going on down here. And we've got corpses. So much pain in the air. So much pointless, hollow suffering around us. The body is lying face down, its crooked fingers clinging to the ground. This woman had her spine broken. Then she was allowed to crawl in the vain hope of escape. Yuck. The dead noblewoman is staring at the sky with unblinking eyes. Her fingers have been thoroughly broken, and a tangle of intestines lies atop her slashed abdomen. You know, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of just how much, like how over the top they went with some of this more graphic, descriptive text. Someone split the man's thorax open and turned his ribs inside out. Sure, why not?
It's about time.
The corpse is missing its eyes, nose, and lips. Judging by the maimed mouth, the teeth and tongue were also torn out before death. Assorted goods. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check that colony on the way here. I got too distracted by that random encounter. It's fine, though. I'll check it out off-screen. The face and hands are twisted in a paroxysm of death throes. The victim's last moments were full of torment. Oh. And that was a Xenos mine. We're getting close. Lewd picked recordings. We'll take those. You know, for posterity. Here we go. Marazai. The Xenos in ornate black armor turns his head to you. His thin, pale face is covered in tattoos and blood splatters. After a moment, his thin lips stretch into a crooked, unpleasant smile. At last, you took your time coming to meet me, monkey. A couple of seconds pass before you realize that the Elucidator is silent. The Xenos is addressing you in low Gothic. Well, well, well. For once, one of you beasts can speak our language. You're not trying to impress me, are you? Speaking your language is slightly less trying for my patience than being forced to listen to a monkey machine butchering our tongue. Besides, I want you to understand well what I am about to tell you. How is it that, out of all your kind, you are the only one to discover our feasts in advance? Usually you are all so slow and sluggish that my kin always have time to leave the battlefield before aid arrives. But still, time and time again, your dogs have been there to stand in the Cabal's way. He pauses, waiting for your answer. Right, we'll just toss Heinrichs under the bus. I'm sure he'll love that. Aggravating, is it not? Having someone best you at your own game? The Xenos hisses in irritation. Do not try my patience, monkey. Very well. Suffice to say, perhaps we monkey are smarter than you give us credit for. And that's it? Just an assertion that your kind are not as brainless as you appear to be? This answer does not satisfy me. Well, that is a crying shame. The Xenos pauses, mulling over something. Then he continues in an unmistakable tone of weary boredom. I will tell you this, monkey. I know you might be lying to me, or you might even be unaware of who is guiding your hand. In any case, I have grown quite tired of your attempts to delay the inevitable. Surely you too have run yourself ragged, chasing us between the stars. Let us put an end to this. Finish this standoff. My forces against yours. Once and for all. You wander among the stars, so you must know of this place. An ancient reach where the echo of stellar agony rings still. A place that serves as a graveyard for old stars, still filled with residual emissions and glittering dust. The place that buried your wrecks stuffed full of delicious, frightened monkey, and the horrors that devoured them. The threshold of our domain. Your kind call it the Cinerus Maleficum. That is where our disputes will be settled. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest will be waiting for you, monkey. Do not come unarmed. Interesting. I don't think we've actually seen that location. Not so fast. I answered your questions. Now it's your turn to answer mine. The Xenos lowers his head pensively, but what catches your attention is something else. A barely noticeable twitch of his fingers in his armored gauntlet. He is signaling to someone standing behind you. Very well. Amuse me. Well, let's start with the basics, shall we? I would know the name of the Xenos I'm going to kill. My name is Marazai Azeresh, Drakon of the Cabal of Reaving Tempest, First Lady to Lady Euremerus, Eviscerator of Illiridos, Blaze of the Barkag Kingdom, and Slayer of Corosius the Pale. You keep mentioning this Archon. Who is she? Mistress of the Cabal whose hunting grounds lie in this region of real space. It is she who ordered her subjects to gut Monkey worlds, in order to replenish the supply of meat in the cages of her arenas. I suppose I should not have expected anything compelling from a Monkey. Your questions breed boredom. This conversation is over. Oh no! I wanted to ask him about the stolen sons. Gosh darn it. Well, he's obviously not going to respond well to anything we say, so... Well then, I suppose you've outlived your usefulness, haven't you? Oh, you absolute coward. Alright, well, we are past time, but I think we can spare an extra few minutes to knock out some Dark Eldar. As we've seen, these guys go down a lot easier than normal Eldar do. I'm sorry, what is this? Slip? I feel like I'm... Okay, sure. And there's the guy that was standing behind us. Hey there, hi there. I would have words with you.
A work for a fleshcrafter.
Flank's clear. So now they all have to come through this choke point at us. Oh my.
I approach the designated position.
Let's start trimming. Big guy looks pretty solid, so we'll focus on the melee units first.
I understand your intent.
Oh, come on. That says they're in range. There we go.
I won't object.
You call this a strike?
Oh, guess I really boxed him in. Right, so that cover just doesn't exist. Nice.
not a servitor.
Okay, we have 2 action points to play with.
Let's see to it.
You are doomed!
Am I? I mean, I guess technically we're all doomed, some just sooner than others.
Will do.
I will tear your heart out for this.
Wow. Those splinter rifles kind of suck. Though I might not be saying that if we hadn't passed all those fortitude saves. And to be fair, I think Heinrichs is our most heavily armored character. Let's see if we can get momentum. Fantastic. And momentum.
Woe to you! You're another clean strike!
Yeah, this guy might be a bit much for an auto gun. We'll go for softer targets first. Which, I guess, really is just the guy behind the rock, because those two are the smartest people on the battlefield.
All too easy.
And now the Slytherin. So Heinrichs is fatigued, fair enough. I guess one of those darts was bound to get to him eventually. Big guy. Are we close enough for a charge there? No, I think that's just out of range. Ooh, lovely.
I won't object to it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Let's see to it.
Nice. Heinrichs parried. Gotta say, I was really expecting more out of the giant snake monster. Honestly, I've never even heard of those things. I don't think they existed back when I played. I was in 3rd edition. And maybe a little 4th edition. Whenever I stopped when they introduced the Tau. Basically, I jumped in, I coasted from one new army to another, Dark Eldar to Necrons to Tau. That might have all been 3rd edition.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Nothing I can't do.
And Liquid Snake. Guess the Fox die finally kicked in. Poor guy. Let's wrap this up. We're over time, so I really do need to get this done.
I know what is to come.
As you may have seen in my latest community post, there's a lot going on right now, so, you know, I have to carefully ration how much time I spend on these projects right now. But that should hopefully clear up as we get a little further into the year. Hopefully. Hey, that one actually did some damage. So yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, to be fair, Heinrich's is heavily armored and he had Fortitude running. Not to mention the telekinetic field. Given the rate of fire, those splinter rifles could actually mess someone up.
Not a problem for me.
Take a knee.
Vengeance will be swift.
Ongoing poison damage. Yep, that tracks.
The Inquisition sends their regards.
Let's see what that got us. The Blast of Us, sure.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Splinter Rifle. The governor's body was masterfully disemboweled. His many implants were removed, after which, judging by the amount of blood, the victim lived for a while longer. Gross. And we've got an embroidered cloak, +5 persuasion. Very simple, but potentially useful. Oh no, but yeah, as our designated squad leader, I feel like Cassia would get a lot more out of the +15 on Fellowship. That's tough. The dead guard is pinned to the ground with a blade of their own broken dagger. It was plunged right under their chin to ensure that the victim slowly choked to death. Assorted envenomed blades. It looks like this guard died before he could even raise his weapon. Honestly, based on what we've seen here, I feel like that means he got off lightly. Dying quick before you know what's happening is definitely preferable to almost anything else we've seen here.
Victory awaits.
That said, I think we're done. Oh, wait. Missed one. And now I think we're done. hold on. Wait, did I just pass something up there? Okay, you know what? No, we're past the hour mark. We have to call it here. We'll hit the pause button for now. I'll give the map another once-over just to make sure we're not missing anything. But, yeah, we'll pause for now. I'll take care of that stuff off screen. I'll check out that colony we passed. And we will pick up here next time, as I guess we set our sights on the western sectors. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Dragon Matrix 7, Revenant, Alois, Drakiith, Theory V23, EgonAlter, Emile, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Rowan Church, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.